wow, very, very sick. Very, very, very sick. We are starting late. We are starting a very late stream today. Very late stream today. Very, very late stream. I mean, you know, it's a late stream. 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. Usually would stream, you know, I've been trying to stream earlier, like around 3, but, you know, that's alright. Well, welcome everybody. I'm back at it again. Back at it again, streaming. I had quite the long weekend. Very, very long weekend. Very, very long. I actually woke up with this hair today. This is my current hair situation. I had to comb it out, but, you know, looked decent. I do plan on getting another haircut because it's getting quite long on the top. Gonna leave the sides, obviously. You gotta do that. But hair doesn't look that bad. I would go out like this. How long to grow out the hair? I mean, to this point right now, probably like 6 months, maybe, I think. I got a haircut in between, like, for maintenance, but it's been like six months. What's up, Hangman? Welcome back. How to get parting consistently in the middle part? How do let me move that the way. All right, cool. We got a better view of my closet. Let me bring this down a little bit. Oh, what's up, Sodium Enjoyer? Welcome back. It's been a minute. Can we focus in on my face, please? Thank you. Can we track my face maybe? Not the clothes in the background. So I recently picked up a new exotic fragrance. I always just I'd be on the exotic fragrances always, nothing else. Yeah, no one needs to look at my clothes. No clothes shots. Oh man. Dude, I got a lot to do. I've been. You saw me joshing with Moss, dude. We were going crazy. I had 2 friends over recently, which was my friend Moss, my friend Christian, my friend Tanya, and I was, you know, showing them around the town for quite a while, a really long time. Like, this whole weekend basically was just going out, hanging out, was pretty insane. I haven't had time to really, like, dude, I haven't really had any time to do anything. It's kind of insane. You're unfortunately technically homeless? Is that even a thing? How are you technically homeless? Oh. Move out your grandma's. Interesting. Dude, like, I mean, I talked about that story when I was like, when I got kicked out of my house for like a day, 2 days. I like ended up staying with like my friend's family for a little bit. Had a blast. Was a great time. Oh man. What did I do? Dude, like I did a lot of I was doing a lot of tomfoolery. There's a lot of tomfoolery, you know. Things things were done, things were said, and I don't know, like I don't have that much going on specifically to do like I think most of the time like whenever I have people that like stay with me, it's always kind of like a hard thing to like what do we do? What's there to do in the city? I don't really know. I don't like really doing tourist stuff. Like touristy things aren't really my thing. It's just kind of how it is. Let's play some music. Before I get into talking about anything, let me see. Are my settings like interesting? Oh, Times Square, dude. I never take anyone to Times Square if I even have the option to like do that. Never do it. I'm like tired. I'm pretty tired. Like again, like this whole time. Oh, that's funny. All right, cool. Just gonna play C418. Let it shuffle. Would I wear a banana costume on stream? What do you mean? I mean, it's just like, I think the reason why people like going to Times Square is just because it's like, it's Times Square. I don't know. I don't get the appeal much, personally, but people do it. People like it. I don't see the appeal too much. It's not really something that enjoyable. Alright, I'm gonna make sure that Spotify isn't that insane. What's up? What's up, Elijah? Mr. Kang? How far along is the Piss Yellow Fit? Dude, like... I haven't even had... Dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna do the outfit. I just haven't had time to do, like... To go and, like, find, to go spend money on an outfit that I'm never gonna wear again. You know what I mean? Area math. Possibly. People suck, but do they blow? What's up, Grim? I will talk about this one thing. I think it's a concept that is not that hard or that interesting, but during one of my Yap sessions when I was like talking to an individual, my friend, you know, it's kind of something that came to mind, but I asked myself, like, why do I dislike talking to people? Why do I dislike people, like, in general? And it was like a question that, like, I continued to even consider. I mean, I think a lot of the times people would be like, oh, it's pretty easy, right? Like, people aren't always gonna be fun or interesting, but, like, it's more of, like, I think people's capacities of how much pressure they can handle with thinking internally, in terms of reflection, in terms of self-actualization, and having conversations with themselves is quite dismal. It's very small. And a lot of the times I like to point this out with many people is that we are all different, if I could use this as an analogy, but everyone's like a glass. Everyone has different volumes of glasses, so it could be like short glass, tall glass, whatever, right? And that's the potential that we all have that we could be if filled up with water. But when I talk to people, a lot of the times, a lot of their glasses are like filled, if not just a few drops, And when I'm talking to people, I want to quench my thirst. And a lot of the times when I do talk to people, it's not enough water for me to feel quenched. You know, I'm thirsty. I want more water. I want more, but people can't give more and don't want to. And that's just kind of how it is. And I understand, because like, the more you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation with thoughts, like specifically like talking to your, like having inner dialogue, talking to yourself about how you've been doing, what you're doing, who you are, like all these things that you would consider about, it's difficult to do it, and also can get really depressing, especially if you're constantly pondering the orb that you have. That's your inner dialogue. That's what I like to call it. If you ponder your orb way too much, you get depressed. You can, I mean, I don't know, unless you have depression already, but you sit and like ponder too much, you get sad. I mean, you have a lot of these realizations that you soon, like, you forget, like, and this is another thing, is like, when you've pondered way too much, you soon lose the ability to talk to people in a very surface level way where you can just get by. I think surface level conversation's a skill, and it's a skill that we're all born with and we all have. But as soon as you start having like moments of self-reflection, like conversations, and you know, conceptualizing these ideas and thoughts that you've had with society, people, these things in general will make you, if not be able to socialize anymore. Like it turns off. And like I was talking to my roommate about this like recently, was that like a lot of people that like go into work and stuff, like you have the, you know, they call it like the worker voice, or like you switch a program on to like be customer servicey, right? Where it's like, again, surface level, you're just yapping, whatever, you're being like welcoming to everybody, but it's a skill that you can lose, and I've lost it. Because the more, and I was telling this, I was like, I don't think you want to be pondering too much, because it's not all that beneficial. At the end of the day, like, what do you gain from thinking so much besides knowledge and maybe a different perspective than most? But you lose out on opportunities to connect with other people that aren't on that same level. And it's very difficult to find people that are similar in terms of thought processes, and you will lose that skill to be able to talk to people that are like following the same format of everyone else. And this is another thing I was like talking about too, was I like to visualize people as imitations of others that they feel are successful in their mind, or are cool, or they're people they want to be, right? Life's an imitation. People are imitations of other people they see. And like when you consider in that perspective, you start to realize there's a lot of people imitating one another to the point where we soon lose like individuality. It's just a copy and paste format, and it's easy to do. I'm probably just a copy and paste format of like philosophers, people that think and ponder, but like it's something to consider. Am I okay? I'm fine. Small talk is and such is definitely a skill. I've always think of it as a form of emotional labor, as well as sometimes I'd be avoiding it. To me, like, small talk it's not only just a skill, but it's like a chore. I don't feel like mentally stimulated by having these conversations where what's your job? Well, what do you do? What's your path? Like, this stuff isn't interesting to me whatsoever. I want to ask you, if you blew up this building right across the street, would you feel remorse? And if not, explain why. I want to talk about stupid stuff like that, and it's like more interesting to me. And like low-key, I've started becoming really unhinged. I've been quite unhinged lately. Like I've asked like blatantly, like I'm now just speaking my mind. I'm like coming back to that those those very unhinged moments where I would ask like these random questions. There was a point in my time, like my lifetime, where I would like I like disrupting or disturbing peace. I used to be like that. Not obviously not on the online world. Like I don't care what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm so opinionated. But in real life, in the first world, where we roam the streets or whatever, I would always have a kind of a thought about stuff, and like it would be my one thing where it's like I'd ask this question to like strangers or random people, and it was like fun to do that for me because like it would be like, for example, like what I just said, like there would be a building or something, and it'd be like if you blew up that building, would you feel remorse, and why wouldn't you, or why would you? Like it was like a time and a point where I felt truly like myself fully, like, and I felt full of liquid. My vessel was filled. Now I'm at a point where I don't feel all that filled up. It's there. I definitely got some liquid in there in my vessel, but like my capacity to pour that out to others is I don't, I don't really feel it anymore too much. Alright, I'm gonna talk. I think small talk can be cool, just to be able to find common interests and shit that you can dive into. It's like a chore, but no, yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, again, like, I think small talk is inevitable and is a social, like, I would call it a social cue. It's like kind of a thing you do to get to know people, and that just happens. It's just hard to do it. It's very difficult. I feel you so much, because same. I find it freeing to talk to other unhinged people in public and have had a way funnier and even serious conversations here in LA when I used the metro a lot. Yeah, dude, like there are some characters out there, and it's just like you would never know if they were a character unless you went to go talk to them. But like my problem that I do have, and I think most people have, is like the constant. It's a constant urge to interact with people, but it's also the constant fear of feeling like I'm disrupting someone's moment or their whatever they need to do with their life. Like, and I don't want to be a pest. Like, I don't want to pester anybody with conversations that they didn't sign up for. And I say this all the time. Like, if someone were to come and talk to me, like, they signed up for me to yap to them, and like I will fully take advantage of that situation and yap. I will talk to them. But if no one comes up to talk to me, like, then I don't talk to them. And that's just kind of how I think most of us live life. Maybe because now you're pouring into the YouTube yapping cup, so there's less need to pour in actual life. That's quite a possibility. What's up? Welcome to stream, everybody. Welcome to anyone new that's in here. I just finished my thought. There's a lot more for me to talk about, but if you're new here, welcome. This is usually what I do most of the time. I'll answer questions in stream, or I'll be yapping about some specific a topic usually. I tend to do that mostly where it's like more concentrated on Patreon. I probably will put this stream on Patreon because this is kind of a topic that I also wanted to talk about in a podcast, but I'm not gonna get to that doing that. But this whole yap sesh, if you're here now, you get to enjoy it live. But I'm gonna put the VOD on Patreon because this setup or conversation was meant for Patreon, but I'm doing it here live, I guess. So if anyone ever wants to go and like watch it again, or hasn't unfortunately got the opportunity to watch it, It will be there posted for everybody to go watch. Even dollar donos will be able to watch it. So feel free to go over there and go do that. But is yapping online fulfilling as IRL yapping though? I'll say this. The aspect of being able to converse with another in public, even if it's just one person versus like the 109 people in here currently, I think it's a lot more fulfilling to me, because to me I feel like I made an impact with someone physically, and my voice and me staring at somebody physically is, I think, a lot more intimate than visually talking to someone through a screen. It's that like one-on-one human interaction that I think most of us crave and want, and especially when it's with a stranger, it's something but special. And I think that's kind of like how it is. So I like to do it often. I wish I could do it more often, but that's not something that I do much at all, really. I've also had the capacity of me feeling not burnt out, but just tired with the possibilities of, like, I'm tired of talking to people. I'm very much happy with being alone. I mean, I definitely do push myself out to go out and go do things, but it's rough. I think it's really rough for me. I don't know if it's a good thing that I've found solace with myself and I'm my own person. You force them to listen, they really can't escape. Dude, people in situations, like, if you actually really were crazy, like, well, I'm not saying crazy, but like really like confident, you could go up and to anybody, talk to them, and they will be stuck, because most people don't know how to escape social situations given you opening dialogue with them. It's like an NPC that needs to constantly hit dialogue because they can't like deal with the silence. And silence here in, like, usually in Western, I think the Western world is very like a no-no. Like, you don't want that to happen. You need to constantly fill the void with some noise. So there's a constant conversation, at least popping and pouring into one another. I'm about to move from Cairo to NYC. Do you have any advice on that? Get ready for rent, my friend. It's expensive out here. You gotta get roommates. Yeah, like when the NPC can't formulate a sentence in 5 minutes of a response. That's just kind of how it is. It's like they will mentally blow up. And like I'm unfortunately kind of like that too. Like, I'll be pondering in my head while I'm even thinking. Like, it's so weird. Like, even me talking now, like, I'm considering the next thought that I'll be saying at the same time as I'm talking. And it's almost like I'm being controlled, weirdly enough. I don't know how to explain this aspect of me, but it's very strange, because I'll have a lot of inner dialogue where I'm thinking about something else, like considering whatever I'm talking about, and dialogue just comes out of my mouth very easily. And a lot of the times, like, it helps me kind of set up the next situation to converse about, whether that's topics or random questions that I'd like to ask the other person while I'm finishing my thought. But it's super weird. It's like I'm multitasking in my brain with my mouth. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense. Did JQ get an Adderall prescription? I didn't. When you learn that dialogue are just expressing how you feel at the moment rather than a performance that needs to result in someone being pleased, impressed, then you have great conversations. That's true. I mean, I think the unfortunate thing a lot with like Western like society and like people here that I've noticed is that everyone always feels the need to try and prove themselves to others, whether it's trying to prove themselves that they're not weird, or that they're cool, or they're interesting. It's a commonality with a lot of people. That's just kind of how it is. People just don't like being awkward because they don't want to be alone their whole life. Just seems like a normal mechanism for me, not really an NPC thing. It's not a defense. Oh, if it's a defense mechanism, which I know all of them, which one would you define it as? Because I can tell you that right now, it's definitely not a defense mechanism. There's a few defense. If you know, oh, you know defense mechanisms? Name all of them right now. Name all the defense mechanisms right now. When you stop trying to prove yourself to someone, you make better friends. People like you, for you, no matter what, if they are worth being friends with. Very true, yes. Running? Running. What does that mean? Running from child support? No, I agree, like, full-heartedly. I think this a lot is that it gets, you get a lot of specific people around specific areas most of the time, and considering moments when you're conversing with people, it's can be very jarring sometimes to not be able to find people that fit or are able to also articulate a conversation that you would prefer to have talked about rather than some nonsense, and that comes with a price, because you soon get tired of just trying to find. And to me, this is where it comes to like this other thing. This is my rationale, but you don't find friends. I don't think you can find friends, but it's more of like, you don't actively, usually for me, I mean, this is my opinion, but like for me, it's like when you try and find friends, you'll always end up finding people that you'll settle for that aren't good. And that's just a testament of time and time again with a lot of the the psychology, the psychoanalysts of human behavior. A lot of people don't want to be alone, so they put themselves in situations with really shitty people. I've seen this time and time again with like a lot of the friendships that I've seen of my other counterparts out here in the city, where they're really unaware, but they do have people that they would do so much for because they care about people and they're great people, but the people would never do the same thing for them. And they've known each other for quite a long time, and it's a countless streamline that I've seen amongst many. And the thing is, it might just be a New York City thing. I mean, I don't really know. Like, it's definitely an LA thing too as well, since I've lived in both areas, but people might have different experiences. You know, what can I say? I can't blanket term this, but it's just kind of how it is. Whenever I meet someone who I know has a following or whatever, I try to distance that thought, because even if someone has a following / fans, they're just some guy or some girl or some person. Oh yeah, definitely. I think like if anyone came and approached me with this conversation, where it wasn't amongst like centered around like having a following and stuff, like I feel a lot more comfortable, and it feels more genuine, right? I think it's just kind of how it is. I prove myself to myself. Whoever you come across in life will either catch on or stay lost in their journey, but I feel like that's the meaning of life in a way. Could be a part of the meaning. I know it's not a Q&A about hair advice, but just wanted to ask. My barber cut my hair with cutting a razor for like 3 cuts, and it really thinned my hair out. What do I do? You don't do anything, you wait for your hair to grow back out. The thing about, this is not what we're talking about right now for this moment, but, what's up? What's a violinist? Violonist? Violinist? I probably wouldn't get razor cuts, just only get scissor cuts. That's pretty much how it is. Have you experienced people talking to you just for clout? No, I just go out. I don't go outside. I don't go outside. I think for the main thing, like the main aspect a lot of the times of what I do, for a job and a career, I guess, is very lucrative, right? And it's very easy to, you know, kind of attach yourself like a leech onto people like that. And I'm very careful with who I decide to bring into my life, but there's very clear signs of when people are only talking to you for the gimmick of the following. But I don't really go out too much, and most of the time, like, there's kind of like a, what's the word? When there's people, there's like a mutuality with this idea or thought, but like in public, like public figures or influencers or whatever, collaborations occur and are required, and there's kind of a mutual interest, whether you like the person or you don't, but you gain something from each other. It's exchange. It's a friendship of exchange. I don't there. What's a word? I actually don't know the word right now. Oh man. Transactional. It's like a transactional friendship where you gain something from the other, and that happens a lot of the times in the industry. But like and that's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like doing collaborations with people. I don't want to do collaborations with people. It does feel transactional. Unless I really like that person's content and I respected them as a creator, then I'd be down. Like, I'd be open to it. Like, I respect their content, and to me it's just like, it's kind of like a business thing where it's like we both benefit from it, and also we can make something really interesting for a video or something, some type of content, and that's fun. But if it was like, oh, like this is like a good friendship, like we're friends, like I think that's also kind of deliberately wrong to even just, I think people need to be more honest with themselves, where it's like it could be a business move, and like that's fine, and if that's all it is, it's okay, but like don't try and hide it as a friendship when it really isn't that. But I, again, haven't gone through that situation with anyone. Again, I'm pretty lone wolf with what I do. A lot of the times I don't really feel like I need to, I guess, is the thing. Meet with Daniel Simmons when he's in NYC. I actually saw him at the Acne Studios once, and I was like, yo, it's Daniel Simmons. It'd be so fire if I took a picture with him. It'd be so funny, but like, again, would not want to navigate that situation with that man. Oh man. Any updates on the Tinder video? It's close to being... Look, I will tell you this right now, my friend. I will tell you this right now, my friend. It is very interesting to see and consider that I'm actually getting way more matches with a normal account. Is that strange? No. Was that bound to happen? Yes. And I already knew that, like, tenfold going into the Tinder thing. Bunch of matches, ton of chicks, let loose and have fun a little. It's crazy. My experience between those two profiles is that the more like it's not about like, it's not like the style does definitely dictate whether someone's going to be interested in you as a person, because it is, if not a symbol of who the person might be. So like, the thing is, right, when you dress more normal, you're more palatable, and that goes with everything. As soon as you start wearing something that's a little crazy, you start wearing a little drip, a little drop, you will not be palatable for many people. You will be a very specific taste. Like, some people like chili, some people don't like chili. I don't know. It's like foods, it's the same thing. You will attract a very specific thing. I think everyone can get behind eating a hamburger. I mean, most people can. Obviously not, that's not everyone's cup of tea, but like, a lot of people like hamburgers, like, or French fries. It's a very commonality thing. But with his Tinder thing, it is like, the results are quite shocking or very jarring to me. I actually thought that I would get considerably more matches with the more unique profile, but given the stats, considering the sample size and everything, like, wow, a lot more matches than the other account. Like, a lot more. And again, it's not that crazy, but again, I was kind of shocked a little bit more. Is it a spoiler to ask if the non-normie Tinder profile has fewer but cooler people matching? I will tell you this right now. I will tell you this right now. It's both accounts pretty much like unanimously had the same types of like characters, yet obviously one catered to a different type of person. I'll say that. Again, the video was just like a stupid video. Like, I don't think there's no thought process behind like what my overall message with the video is gonna be about. I don't know if I want to do that. I might, I don't know, but like the one thing that Tinder's like definitely, I guess, participated in tickling my brain was that being yourself does not win the algorithm. Being what is palatable wins. That is all you gotta do. Now, of course, if someone, if it'd be funny, like I'm wearing denim, a shirt, like very like plain stuff. Not that it's any more interesting or less interesting than what I wear now, but well, it's less interesting, I'd say. But I take that back. Imagine if someone matched with you and like this dude like looks like a very average Joe, and you go out and you meet up with some chick or whatever, and you're wearing like all black, like a very intense, like completely different type of silhouette, very flowy, drapey, just so different from what they matched with. I do not know what that person would feel or how they would feel considering they're like seeing this, right? It's be interesting. Can you make the vlog for that video you going on a date? That would be unethical. That would be so unethical. Yeah, I don't know, like, I guess, like, I mean, it might be interesting to, like, ask somebody, like, meet up with somebody, like, hey, like, I'm filming a YouTube video, would you be down to, like, meet up, and can I ask you a few questions? That perspective would be kind of interesting, to see. Has a normie profile doing better made you think about how you are perceived walking down the street? Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I think it might be interesting actually if I actually go do that. Hey, I know you matched with me, but I want to use you for a YouTube video instead, actually. I just like, I just pull up. Yo, actually, I know we matched. This was a social experiment. Do you mind like answering questions if we like, would you be down to like meet up and like, I can ask you a few questions for my YouTube video? I think it'd be super interesting. So being interesting and cool and all black doesn't get you girls? Yes, it does not get you women. I like in either POS or negative way? Huh? Oh, has the experience affected your confidence at all? No, not at all. I don't think so. I mean, it's a little jarring to believe that people really do. I mean, again, like, not surprised. People always judge appearance, but to me, it's a little insane to be a little bit afraid of someone who dresses a little bit abnormal, just a tad, a little bit. It's not like I'm not normal or anything, but like that has some semblance of self and that dresses not mainstream. That they're quick to kind of write off, right? And not give an opportunity. Because at the end of the day, I look the same. My hair looks the same. Like, besides me having really long hair for the first profile versus having a little bit shorter hair, I'm the same guy. It's just the clothing. But it is so interesting to see the dilemma between that. Also, thanks for the 199 9 Laureus. Do you think there's a line between an outfit and a costume? Of course. People dress up all the time to be perceived a certain way, to be something. And people in this society currently get praised wearing costumes. When in reality, that's not even any sort of semblance of who they are. What are the elements required to create an objectively good outfit? Charisma, hygiene, and being nice. I think things that fit well. I think that's all that really matters, in color coordination, stuff like that. Sorry, Yoji Cell, the Carhartt Chad, get the women in real life. It actually is that. Like, I'll show you guys, like, look, I've, to me, I mean, it might be a little of a spoiler of, like, how I set up my profile or whatever, but I'll show you the profile of, like, the average, like, average Joe, not, like, the outfits aren't, like, they're not that normie, like, not normie, like, but it's more of, like, fashion, like, he likes a little fashion, but it's, like, New York kind of dude, but, like, that's, like, my profile. Wait, let me lower down the, so we got my first, like, little guy here, right? We got my dog, but we got me, my profile. Dang, can this focus on my thing? Can this, okay. So we have me. Do I tap this way? My dog. A picture of me, you know, pretty normal. A picture of me wearing normal stuff. A homies, you know, he got friends. Outfit picture, very normal. Fun with friends, very much fun with friends. And a zoomed in picture of my dog, once again. The profile reads, about me, professional yapper. That is it. That's all I put as the thing. Average NY Tinder profile. Dude, this, like, profile is, like, I don't know. It's pretty much an exact replica of the other profile I made, but it's just the pictures are different. And again, I currently have 44 likes in the archives right now, and then, like, I actually got messaged, like, by girls, like, they, like, again, and also this, like, the way this, like, works is that, like, look, all these girls, like, messaged me, and I got none of that on the other profile, I think. Definitely a lot more responses than the other profile, so I remember, like, videoing unless I did that already. No, I still have it. Yeah, they're, like, literally only 3 people after a week messaged me on yeah, like, only 3 people messaged me. I think my conclusion to this, like, overall, like, making this video, and, like, I will probably make some semblance of a concept to ponder, to think, and to talk about, but Tinder only proves that the more palatable you are as a person, the easier you will be, and less scary to another person, or woman, I guess, because that was the sample size. It was women, not men. Men are easy. Men are very easy, but define palatable, however you write that word. Palatable means something that is easily, like, being, like, is easy to eat. Like, anyone can eat it. It's, like, very not hard to consume. I don't know, like, the word, I think the word is a great descriptor for what I'm referencing. Like, anyone can eat it. It's, like, mainstream. So she give me the suck? What? Not an acquired taste. Indeed, that's, like, also another great thing. Nah, but if you want an alt girl, it's easier to dress alt. No. Do you not know the meme? Alt girls always date mid white guys with basic style. That is not true. Yeah, basically be vanilla. Be vanilla, exhibit vanilla, and if you want to, like, you know, push past a little bit, like, I'm matching with, like, some alt people. I don't, like, again, like, I feel weird showing these people off because it's, like, again, unethical. But there is some alt people in this people that had matched with me, and so it's like, it's not, it's the style. It is in my experience, but alt girls don't even like being called alt. Yeah, because real alt girls don't define themselves, you know? I had way more alt girl attention when I didn't dress alt. I can confirm personally from this. Again, like, the thing is, I think it's a matter of a man being more slightly intimidating to approach versus someone who looks very common, rather intrinsic or eccentric. You know, like, these things create a taste that is required for a smaller pool of person that would like that person, while someone who is more mainstream, again, is easily palatable to many, rather than having something that is an acquired taste. Like, a lot of people don't like coffee, you know? Like, I don't know. It's something like that. Yeah, but the ones that, like, you're gonna like you more, if not mainstream? What do you mean? Yeah, I think people get weirder out when they see a 6-foot dude with long painted nails. I even get people say hi less in certain gentrified places in area. Dude, like, I will say, like, publicly, like, when I was walking around, when I was walking around wearing my very normal outfit, I've never had this amount of human interaction in my life wearing the clothes that I typically would wear. And again, it's like, you're approachable. You're not scary to approach or talk to. You don't look like you're gonna be pretentious. I mean, like, there's so many different things. And, like, the other thing is, like, I think a lot of the times people misunderstand a lot of, unfortunately, no, I don't think people misunderstand. I think the people in the community, people suck, and people ruin things for other people. People always do that. I've always said this. People ruin things for people, and there's always going to be a person. Is that, like, like, people that dress in black have a really bad rap. I mean, a very specific style, right? Usually pretentious, annoying, domineering. New word that no one uses, but I use. Domineering, great word to use rather than pretentious, personally. Or are just very, haha, funny, elitist, right? Or very narcissistic. And that's most of the idea of those types of people. And unfortunately, a lot of those people in the community feel like they're special because they dress a little different. And then, like, stupid is stupid. And it ruins it for people like me because I'm so normal. I'm a normal guy. I'm just another dude off the street. I just dress a little bit different, just a tad. Nothing like phenomenal. I just dress in a very specific color and I have a curated style. But to me, that doesn't make my personality any more different than the other average Joe, unless we're talking about life experience, thought process, and perspective. Then yeah, maybe I might be a little different when you talk to me. But in terms of like, Playboy Cardi. Well, I didn't know we had Playboy Cardi in here. This is insane. I don't. It's just like people get stereotyped, and like unfortunately, sometimes a stereotype is very true, very painfully true. But there are still some outliers like myself where I'm not going to shame somebody in public for like what they wear. I might challenge their thought processes on the things they think about, but definitely not shame them. I like me a little discussion. I like me a little talking. I like me and enjoy a little converse. But like a lot of the times people aren't even willing to do that, considering the consistent ego wrapped around with wearing a certain type of cloth and material, right? What's your orthopresi top 5? QM, Taroni, Megamir. If we're talking about Nasamato, Megamir, and Black Afghana is pretty great. Fashion Domineer? Domineering? The fashion domineering problem. The fashion pretentious issue. These are all topics I could talk about, but, you know, I don't know if that's that entertaining to even chat about, considering it's swooping pretty well right now. Hair is herring. The way you dress can show that you're a part of a culture. Yeah, and unfortunately that culture is built on being pretentious and asshole and being annoying and thinking you're cooler than everybody. And of course you're gonna get a type of person that thinks you're like that. And look, I don't blame people that consider people that dress in all black that maybe lack social awareness and has no capacity of maybe being empathetic to others, and considering that they're probably douchebags and assholes with a lot of money. But when I walk around, I just want to look. I want to feel like I'm just a normal dude walking down the street. I don't want to feel like I'm going to be wrapped up in that same programming that these other normies follow, because it's a format and because they think they're iconic and different. It pisses me off. I'm no different than the other person walking next to me. I might be a little different with the terms of my perspectives and conversations I might have with others, but that doesn't matter. I'm, again, just a normal guy. There's nothing that makes me any better than another person walking the street. And that pisses me off. There's so many intrinsic, interesting people that dress normal that I would rather be sat in a room with than someone who wears all black and acts like they're cooler than everybody, and we're not normal, we're into fashion. Like, I would want to blow my brains out if I was stuck next to somebody like that. I could not talk fashion to that type of person for hours, and unfortunately that is, most statistically speaking, most people in the community, unfortunately. God, it actually shatters my mind sometimes that there's people out here like this. I go to DSM, people like that there. I go to these places where these people congregate at, and I want to place an object that may explode and cause physical harm to others, but, you know, I'm not that crazy yet. I don't think I ever will be. No one clipped that. No one clipped this. No one clipped this conversation that I just had right now. Co-signed. I hope you and everyone else maintains a mindset not to be that guy, but it's a big theme, hyper-individualized American culture. I don't I think this process is built in capitalism, right? Emo culture and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. No, fashion culture, I'd say. Like, dude, like, uh, oh, look, I'll yap about this part too as well, why not? But considering the movement of fashion, we've seen a giant rise in people like creating this individualistic self that they think they can attain by just gaining and buying it. But in reality, it's like you don't gain age by buying and purchasing something. You can't take a fat burning pill to have six-pack abs. That would be quite ridiculous. We're not at that time and point. But everything right now is being sold. The idea that you can be in a community and in a culture, quote unquote, by entertaining cores and aesthetics, when in reality, if anything, it segregates you so much more from what's actually supposed to be happening with fashion. There's a lack of self-expression. It's more focused around if you shove money down this, I don't know, this company's throat, you can then attain this very achievable outfit by following business core, fairy core, goblin core, whatever, opium style. You're now a part of a community because you purchased all these products, congratulations, when in reality a lot of it's just, it's built off just you wasting your money and your time. Punk culture, right? Punk was a genre, is a genre. Then there's punk aesthetic. Aesthetics are built in looking physically like something, but not having anything that is attached to it. To be in and or a punk or into grunge, you had to be listening to the music. You had to be a part of the community. You had to be going to shows. You had to have the beliefs and ideas systematically being lived out through your day to day. But now it's not like that. You can just wear a piece of cloth and become that thing that you want to be. That's a costume, my friend. That is not a core. You're not participating in fashion. You are wearing a costume like from Halloween. Walking around pretending to be something you aren't. You're not participating in anything. You are just an annoying person who, if anything, is quite privileged to just go out and buy all this stuff. I say this myself all the time. I'm privileged to be in fashion. I'm privileged to have it be my job, for me to be able to equip myself with getting so many clothing pieces that is probably like unfathomable for many people that might watch me. But considering this, most of the time people don't understand or have the capacity to think any further than themselves. But look, again, life's an imitation, and that's what people do. I want to participate in fashion because this other fashion influencer has all this clothes, and I think I can attain that, so let me get a part of that. It's nauseating. What is this song that's playing? I'm killing my vibe. Vibe killed. Next song. Come on, C418, you gotta be... come on. Not right now. Dang, that low-key, like, that whole yap right now that I just had definitely could be a YouTube video, but, you know. Maybe another day. How do we solve the problems you're talking about? Get off social media, start reading more? I don't think it's the act of like, turning it off. It's the act of understanding where it's coming from. Once you're able to actually, like, think logically or rationally, let's throw that out the window. Let's not even use those words here. But let's say you're able to at least like reflect and consider that maybe this is getting out of hand, and that what I'm being pushed through the algorithm of outfits, fashion, whatever style, it's not necessarily helping me as a person. Style curation, style belief, or style language, whatever you'd like to call it, those are all different things in style, aren't found with and or through clothes. Fashion has always been used as a mediator, an extension to express who and how you feel, and what might possibly be an idea of what you want to achieve with what you're wearing, right? I have an idea, I have a concept of why I wear why I dress the way I do. I've talked about this plenty of times on streams before, but until you come to that conclusion, I would say that staying away from purchasing items is your best thing you can do. Staying away from feeling like you're being FOMO'd out of participating in a trend in a community. My one thing that I can tell you guys this right now, like everybody in here that's even listening to me chat, is why would you want to be a part of a community of people that are whack? Most of the people in fashion in this scene are whack as hell. They suck. It's cooked. Why would you want to be participating in trends, in any of that? Be an outlier. Don't be what this culture is currently. It is so whack. Once you're able to push past the idea or concept of like, I need to be a part of this community, I need to be somebody, and you become a nobody, is once you've achieved like actual enlightenment. So many people that get into fashion are delusional. They're in their stage of delusion where they feel like they're different. They're in a competition constantly to output the best outfit, to look interesting, to be cool in public. You see, like, this is a concept that is, I don't know if it's been talked about, that's maybe even been thought about, but there's people, like, I've seen so many TikToks of, like, people, like, wearing outfits, like, oh no, I'm not wearing my cool outfit outside, and fashion people with big jeans are seeing me with my home fit. Oh man, I'm so embarrassed. Who cares? I could give a shit if someone sees me wearing denim and a shirt. What? People have different clothes to go do different things. It does. You don't always need to always like walk around going crazy style. It's whack. I don't know. It's super whack, and I think it comes from like insecurities like that are within this enrichment culture of like needing to like fit in. Oh no, I swear I'm into fashion. I swear I'm into fashion. Dude, who do you need to prove that to? Like, if you feel like you're a part of the system and you're a part of something bigger than just being in a community full of douchebags, then I think you're into fashion. Congrats. Who cares? I felt more able to get into fashion once I realized it's about finding what speaks to you for you. I essentially view it as art in one of the most raw and overlooked forms. I mean, yeah, I agree with Kang. Like, most people don't care about fashion. Like, dude, at a party, bro, like that's the last thing I want to talk about. I'd rather talk about blowing up buildings, maybe coaling the earth because we have so many people in this world. Maybe we need a little coaling, you know? Like, I'd rather talk about that than talking about like Margiela's runway. Like, I don't know. It's just like not. It's not the time and the place. Like, and a lot of the times people make that such a personality where I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this because it's the only interesting aspect of my life. Your life sucks if that's all you got to talk about. I'm sorry. Basically want to talk about death and not fashion. Got it. I mean, Like, the thing is, it's always the same old conversation about fashion with everybody. What's your favorite designer? Did you see the runway? What are your thoughts on the runway? I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about something cooler. The fashion joker. I don't know, dude. Like, recently I took a little trip. I walked around. I was in the city, and I asked myself a lot of questions of things that have been on my mind, and I really have come down to a very strong conclusion about many things. And I think one of the biggest things is just like fashion's whack. The the scene is whack. People suck, and I would prefer to just be alone rather than being a participant in much of this culture that's being, if not dug out of the grave, and just tattered. We left fashion when TikTok came around. We left fashion when social media took its grips on it and played it all. And I don't think there's any more that we can do about that. There's a lot of people that are interesting and have conversation, and people are able to have great conversations with others about certain things and tastes, but I think the lack of community in the scene and what it's being built on is not helping. We lack a lot of second places where we can communally come together as one and talk about things that aren't necessarily built on looking the coolest and feeling the best. There's a lack of critique and conversation amongst the culture of what fashion is. There's a lack of many people giving opinions. I mean, we're just killing a horse that needs to be put down. I don't know. One would say, JQ, you think too much, you're sad. JQ, why are you always thinking? You need to stop thinking. But the moment I stop thinking is the moment I've died. Because I'd rather be in this point where I've considered the aspects and seen the truths, the lies, and whatever, and gave my opinion than to lie down and not say anything about it. The bravest thing one can do in a society that praises costume wearing is to have an opinion. And I hold that very dearly. Stop caring. This background music's crazy. Fashion should be many subcultures. Social media kind of eliminated that and made it in uniculture for a while, but I think we will have subcultures again, a healthier, more diverse ecosystem. Right now, the ecosystem is about consuming and purchasing. That's a culture. You buy into something, you look like something, you are something. That's fashion. You buy this, now you're part of a community. You buy this, you are that thing. You don't gain it through experience. You don't need to participate in other things. You can just physically look like something. I don't see it being and or changing. What's up, Farhiz? And it won't. It will continue to get worse. Because this is the thing with people. This is the thing with this generation specifically. Since we've all been constantly in a cycle and a loop of consistency with algorithms of watching very short form content, we feel like we also need to live in moments that are, if not instantaneous. And if fashion is that accessible where we can just purchase an outfit and then become something like a costume, why would we ever go back to where we need to live life, experience things, and participate in things to then become something? Why would we do that? That's too hard. You're asking too much from me to take years of my life to participate in something that I believe in, that I like, listen to the music, to be in that culture for a while. I don't want that. I want instant. I want it now. I don't want to take the time to think about why I'm considering this is cool. I like the aesthetic. I'm gonna go buy it. It's my costume. I feel cool. I look cool. I'm interesting. Why would we cut that out? Society would not like that. It's easy. This generation likes easy. I don't need to live life. I can experience this moment instantly. I'll go buy that costume right now. I'm a part of Opium now because I bought a bunch of Balenciaga. It's like I'm in a K-hole right now. It's insane. It's just like you don't. The aspects of what fashion is just instant gratification, consuming and clothing as much as possible, being and looking the coolest. And if that's all that matters to you, then congratulations, you can do it now and go do it whenever. Oh, you only have one style? Oh, you wear the same clothes all the time, switch it up, you're boring? Oh, you're right. Let me go buy more clothes. Wait a minute, I'm not thinking hard enough. I need more styles. I need to look more different. Wait, I was wearing black Tuesday, now I'm wearing colors today? I'm so interesting. I'm so intrinsic. I think on a deeper level than all these normies around me. I'm so different. I'm so crazy. Yep. That's fashion. It's about ostracizing yourself from the normal community of people, which I would say that everyone's normal. But it's like, you hear this all the time. Like, people be like, oh, I'm into fashion, I'm so different. Like, they don't get it. Like, yeah, you'll get looks and people look at you weird and like, people call you gay, like, on the internet. Oh man, this is so insane. No, it's not. Like, that's been like that for a long time. Anyone that doesn't dress in the status quo is going to be looked at. It's going to be a little bit strange, but who gives a shit? It don't matter. And also, like, it doesn't ostracize you from society. Like, most people are staring because they're interested. It's not really a look of, like, savagery. Like, they want to murder you on the street. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And if you have that mindset that, like, oh, I'm into fashion, like, people just don't get it, they don't see it, you're gonna feel very, very, very abnormal. You're gonna feel like you don't belong, you're gonna feel like an outcast, and people like that. People love that. People like to feel like they're just different and individualistic as they walk the street. Oh, no one gets it, I'm wearing Rick Owens, like, I'm so crazy, like, oh, this is so sick, like, bro, you suck. I hate you. I hate you. You don't think old people are interested? Dude, I've had so many interesting conversations with older folk with the way I dress because, again, they're very vocal. Old people are vocal. They've asked me questions and, like, are really interested in, like, why I dress the way I dress, and I explain it to them. And it's like, of course, like, you're gonna have bad interactions, you're gonna have good interactions, it just depends, but most of the time when I've had conversations with older guys, like, they're always really cool. Like, they ask, like, very upfront questions about, like, oh, like, why do you decide to dress, like, in, like, really weird clothes? Like, you're wearing all black, like, are you sad, depressed, whatever, right? But it's, to me, like, as I've dealt with my parents and, like, older generations, always going to be not understanding what's going on currently in the shift of fashion, because the scene changes consistently, and I feel like it's very centric most of the time. But you know, it's a conversation that if you come according to not seeing it as a attack on what you're wearing, but more of a question and, like, curiosity, can you now converse with these folks? And I have great conversations with people. Bro, we need more doctors, philosophers, engineers, counselors. Fashion itself is so shallow, it's not deep. This is the problem. You can have any occupation and be into fashion. That is true. I do agree with that. There are people that are in different majors that are into fashion but don't make it their career. Oh, why do people suck? You missed the rant, my friend. Well, to hop on what you're saying, Bismuth, is yeah, you can't wear it at work, but when you're off of work, you can wear the clothes you want to wear. Like, that's not that hard of a concept. I have a lot of friends that are into fashion that do stuff with the government and they wear suits and stuff because they obviously have dress code, but you know, you can get off of work and they just wear whatever they want to wear. I'm in math, but like fashion. In terms of a day-to-day, you can't... wait. Yeah, I was talking about people that do fashion full-time. Oh. Like me? Are you talking about me? That was an attack on me, my friend. You're attacking me. Because I do fashion full-time, technically. Yikes. Yeah, I do. Dude, we're having a great stream today. I think I got to cover a lot of interesting topics. I've got my get back. I've my fumes. I've been smoking dynamically. I've been eating dynamically. You've been smoking dynamic. Smoking, not smoking is anti-fashion, actually. You know what okay, like, smoking is trendy, right? Smoking's trendy, so to get off the trend, to be anti-fashion, stop smoking. You should start using clothes to judge people. Nah, at least you acknowledge the problem, JQ, you're valid. I try not, I mean, like... I mean, I don't know, dude, like... I don't, like, make... I don't know. My channel's, like, a plethora of different things. Like, it's not just one thing. I'm a guy that likes I like fragrance. I like taking care of my hair and my skin. I like fashion. I talk about fashion and the aspects of, like, the social commentary and, like, things that I find interest. People call me a hater. People say I'm cynical and I view fashion in the wrong sense in the landscape, but I think we lack critical thinking, like, a lot in the scene. Like, a lot of it's cutthroat, I know, with social media and such, and, like, again, everyone follows a format, but following a format isn't fulfilling. It's quite jarring. You're not yourself at all, like... I don't know. My thing is, like, when you read books, and I believe this with, like, media just in general, like, if you're reading a book and it doesn't hit you upside the head with some sense of conversation that you can have with yourself, then what's the point of reading a book? I know books can be entertaining, but I think most books should be at least giving you some insight or conversation for yourself to think about things. Weed is medicine. I mean, even entertaining books can leave you with a concept and idea, like The Handmaid's Tale, which was a book I read a long time ago. Notes from the Underground is pretty interesting. Don't you get burned out? I love cooking, but if I were a cook in a restaurant, I think my love for cooking would eventually wear out. don't you feel the same about fashion? Well, that's why I try and like do different things. That's why I try and like wear, like, I'll do fashion content, but I also do fragrance videos because I also like fragrance videos. Like, I have passions in many different things, and I'm able to, like, you know, participate in doing other things that I think other people like. Possibly, I don't know. I did get a new fragrance, actually. I got a new exotic fragrance. Let me grab that real quick. Wow. Okay. Dude, this... Look. I know, it's super strange. You know, I don't really buy fragrances often. This is the second time I bought a fragrance. Bro, this stuff smells crazy. So, check it out. This is the vessel, like, and I've been trying to get my hands on smelling some of these fragrances from this man. It has a little cape. It looks like a pope, kind of. My friend said it looks like a do-rag. It's like drapey material. It's very interesting way to package. With that like hammered in to the top, it's like a little pearl. And it's like this wooden cap. God, I love this smell. It's so good. I already have some on me currently, but this fragrance is awesome. Like holding a curse. Shit looks like it's holding a curse. Who said that? Dude, so if anyone's curious, feel free to check out this fragrance. It's Cuando Rapita in Estabia, I think? No, Estasi, which is, I think, Italian. It's from Filippo, and it was like made in Italy. This guy's like fragrances apparently aren't in the US, which makes sense because like I haven't found any bottles out here because I've been trying to see what they'd smell like because it's quite an exotic fragrance, and I've been curious on smelling it for quite a while now. And this one shop here in New York actually has it, so I picked it up. And I love the smell. It's great. Rest of your life, and it had to be based on a thing you rub on. What would it be? I'm confused by that question. Bro sprays once and is good for a month. Dude, the fragrance would probably be QM. I mean, that's like my favorite fragrance I wear all the time. Gotta clean this a little bit. Might as well while it's open. Oh, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla is great. I lied, I haven't even smelled it. I don't even know what it smells like. I've heard good things about it though. Custom fragrance? Nah, I mean, I don't want to give anything away right now, but you know, might be making a fragrance at some point. would be kind of interesting. Pheromones in humans is pseudoscience, my friend. Yo, everyone should take the that test that tells you if you're an INTJ or ENTJ or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. Yo, for his, are you gonna hop on later or soon? I'm curious. If the answer is yes, I will get off right now. You're getting on now? Are you home? You're an INTP? I'm an INTJ. I guess people wouldn't be... It's not like anyone would know that. It's not that surprising, but I am an INTJ. The chat is full of introverts. I'm an INTJ. No way. There's more INTJs in here. Yo, if you haven't figured out what you are, like, go take the test. I'm curious on what my audience of individuals like y'all are. I'm curious, actually. Looks like there's a lot of INTJs in here. You know, it's kind of interesting. Would be kind of interesting. Dude. INTP. Personality is so fake. ENFJ. ENFP. Oh, extrovert, okay, she. Okay, we got 3 extroverts. 4 actually ENTP. Nicholas, ENFP. Another INTJ enjoyer, interesting. Oh, what is an AFYTW? What? INTP and ENTP? I mean, you might just be like, maybe just like a middle, like the middle ground of like extroverted, introverted. I'm constantly INTJ, like there's never anything else. I'm curious. I want to start a poll. I'm curious on how many people are like introverted / extroverted in chat as well. I'm curious. Dude, this song's fire. Jesus. I love this song. Wow. What are we playing right now? First Million. This is great. This song's awesome. I am gonna add that to my liked songs on Spotify. There's a lot more introverts in here? That's crazy. We only got 48 votes. Come on. We have 138 people in here. We need at least like 100 people to answer this right now. Whatever you're doing right now, if you're watching, if you're just listening to me like a podcast, just quickly go to your phone, your computer, I don't know what you're watching me on, and like hit this poll. I'm curious. Silence is violence, I'm dead. By IDR Labs. Is it different with like with each place? I think I did it by IDR Labs. I did it whatever like people. Yeah, I can't believe I got bots in here. It's unfortunate. People are busy. No, I know half the chat is asleep. Well, I think like the most thing is like. Oh, average age in chat would be kind of interesting. That's actually more interesting, actually. I'm actually curious on that. I'm gonna put, like, what's an average, like, age? I'll do, like, 18 to 21. No, 18 to 20, actually. Wait, no. Like, below 17. Then, like, I think 18 to 21's a good... No, 18 to 20's a good... yeah, I think 18 to 21's a good option. What's another... From, like, what, 22 to 25 or 26? I'll just do 26 or 27 plus. I'm curious. Age poll. All right, here we go. I'm actually kind of curious. It varies in. Again, 138 people are in here. Okay, we got 60 votes. I'm actually really curious. What are we at right now? So 18 to 21 is like 52%. It's only like 17%. Interesting. 29, 27. You just turned 25. Happy birthday. My birthday is next month, actually. On the 23rd. Does that land on a streaming day? That's a great question. Let me pull up my calendar real quick. Let me see, March. It's on a Tuesday. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for my birthday. Yeah, just hit the hit the button from on the hit the button on the poll. Right now we're at, what is it? 88 votes. 18 to 21 is like the highest number, and I'm curious if that's like how many people are 18? How many people are like 20 or 21 or 19 even? 22. Interesting. Birthday Josh stream. I'm gonna start peeping at these streams when there's downtime at work. You gots to. A location poll? Address poll? What will you do for your birthday, considering you hate them? I can explain why I hated my birthday. And it's not a crazy concept to even like talk about, but the reason I hated my birthday so much was that as each year passed and I progressed in the monumental life that I had, I guess you could say, I was getting and approaching closer to 25, which is the age I am currently. And I hated my birthdays a lot was because each year I was more and more of a disappointment to myself because I never accomplished the goals I set out the prior year for my year when I would, age up. And it was just a constant reminder of me not accomplishing a lot of those goals that I had set out to do before I had turned that year. And the other thing too as well to add on to that was before I turned 25, I had set out a goal of leaving my house and like like living alone or living with roommates, whatever, but like leaving my home. And I was getting older, and it would get me more depressed on top of the other things that I was like considering with all that, I was a failure and a disappointment because I didn't finish the goals that I had in mind within that year that I was going to do. Didn't accomplish any of that. Then I turned 21. I turned 22. Oh, I'm still living at home with my family and I still like have no clue what I'm going to do with my life. I'm 23 now. What am I doing? Do I need to go to college? Should I start considering going to the army? Like, I don't think I can continue doing college because it's quarantine. Then I moved out. And it was like right before I turned 24. And then I hit 24 and I'm living in Jersey with a roommate, and I'm 24. And I finally do it. Like I did it. I moved out. I'm 25 now. I'm going to be 26. I accomplished the one goal I wanted to do, was to like leave. And I think a lot of the times, like, a lot of people have a lot of pressure to, like, try and move out before they hit a certain age, and, like, I understand fully. Like, it's such a task to, like, leave. You want to live on your own, you want to be independent, but, like, nowadays, dude, it's so hard to even, like, live on your own, to actually, sufficiently survive. Like, it sucks. Dude, birthdays are a constant reminder of how much of a failure you are because of the goals you've never accomplished that you would set out the year prior to make when you turned whatever age next up was to complete. And like, that's why I just hated birthdays so much. I hated birthdays because it was a constant reminder. It definitely pushed me to like try harder, to like go harder, get locked in syndrome, but that doesn't always necessarily work. Do I hate them now? Not so much. Not so much. But I still partially do because I set out goals to like... I don't even know what I set out. What did I even set out to do at 26? What was my goal? 26. What did I want to accomplish? I guess I wanted to have like a career, kind of like either an ongoing career of making enough money to like survive on my own sustainably, which I am currently. Thanks to YouTube a lot. Like I need to like post more videos. I need to like continue to do that. I don't really know if like streams really make me money, or if it's just like quote unquote wasted time, as you can say, like I'm doing this for free entertainment. But I enjoy doing streams and I'm having a good time, but I don't get paid from streams unless people donate. I don't know, like I think also if people watch the freaking streams, I don't know if I get paid. I'm still not entirely sure how it is. Guys, stop being depressed by your age in your 20s. You're still young as hell. People are pressured because of expectations set by social media. I agree full-heartedly. Like, I mean, again, when I had this ideology, it was prior to like TikTok and stuff. Like I had this way prior, this idea behind it definitely helps my community. I guess it's true. That's why, I mean, I do enjoy streaming. Like, it's fun. I get to, like, just yap. But my word of advice for anyone that's in their 20s, like, as someone who's going to be 26 quite soon, is live your life. Whether that's living at home or not, go and live your life, enjoy it. Spend money on things that you wouldn't. I had expressed this connection to a friend of mine because I could have went crazy hard with YouTube videos and stuff, and I'm sure many of you guys noticed that I don't post often as much as I used to. I was like on a schedule of stuff, but it's because I'm living life. I'm experiencing my life in the age that I am now. I will not get to relive my life again. As the question I asked myself is, do I want to make a lot of money and not do anything till I'm 30 and then just live lavish and do whatever the hell I'm going to be doing in my 30s? Or do I want to live life when I'm 24, 25, I'm 26? Do I want to go and experience? Do I want to go waste my money, spend my money on food, experiences, going on vacation if I can? And my answer is, yeah, I do. But at the same time, like, I need to also, I need to lock in, like, post videos. There's a lot for me to yap about, to be mad about, and I'm sure I will get there at some point, and I do have another video that I'm going to be planning on doing, but again, like, live your life. When you're young, you have opportunity, and, like, if you're living with your parents, like, save your money, sure, for when you get older, but live it. Enjoy the privilege of, like, having the capability of living with your family, if you can. It will all work out. Wrong with it if you still have some left to live comfortably. I'm wasting money on fashion at 22. Loving it. I mean, again, fashion's a privilege, and, like, I don't think everyone needs to, like, be spending disgusting amounts of money on it. So interesting, this is the poll right now. We pretty much got everyone in chat to, like, hit it, which is awesome. I appreciate everybody that hit the poll. Thank you, shout out you. But right now we're sitting at 18 to 21%. I mean, 18 to 21 is 49%. That's quite interesting. And I'm not entirely sure how many people are just 18 or just barely turned 18, like, recently. But that's pretty cool. Only like 14% of people are below 17. But yeah, I mean, this makes sense, like, a lot of, in terms of audience. That's pretty sick. It's lots of college guys, I reckon. Probably. Thank you, Dress. You're 19. My hair's cool, don't change it. I haven't gotten a PC, no. I haven't raised enough money to, like, get a PC yet. Yeah, I mean, I agree with balance is key, but if you have opportunities to go and, like, obviously being responsible, but go and enjoy your life rather than saving a few extra bucks. What is this? Cuts close? Ugh, definitely not. 100%. Do women care about Campbell Tilt? Should I do a gender poll? It's probably gonna be men mostly, I think. Girl, boy, woman, man. Woman, woman, woman. I feel like it's also like try and be serious, like actually be serious on my question. 22% are women in here right now. There's no way. Out of 43 people. Tips on fixing uneven hair? What do you mean? What is 16, like, what's 17% of 65? Don't troll, don't troll. That's like 11 people. So 11 people right now in chat are women. Is that even true? That's interesting. You got $100, save the money. Go buy food. Go get a haircut. I need a haircut. The 70% women's are dudes who clicked women to be funny, I bet. What if femboy? Then you're just effeminate boy. Effeminate man. What about non-binary JQ fans? I guess I didn't put that. I mean, if you're non-binary, you must be presenting a certain way, right? Whether that's masculine or feminine. I guess I don't know. All right, if you're non-binary, don't vote. Just stay out, I guess. If you're non-binary, if anyone's non-binary. So 17% of 93. So there's 15 quote-unquote women in here. Okay, maybe not. We're at 99 votes right now, but if you're non-binary, stay out. Facts. No, if you're non-binary, don't vote. Don't vote if you're non-binary. No one clip that, please. Don't post that anywhere. Wow, I mean, that's pretty interesting that, like, there's, like, what, 15 people? Segregation. That's quite interesting to see, like, the, I find that hard. I mean, I don't know. My audience, like, apparently, like, 10% of it is women, of the 119,000 followers that I have. So I don't know if that says anything. A race poll? That's too much. Pro tip, don't study in the US unless you want 50K plus in debt. Haven't been in your streams since the first one. Are you enjoying it so far? Oh yeah, I mean, if you watch my other streams, like, it's been great. I've been having a great time streaming. It's awesome. Hair length poll, hairstyle poll. Guys don't get any ideas. I'm not 15 people. It's not 15 people. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, who is a woman in this chat currently? Like, if they're even... So, like, out of 113, apparently there's 20 people watching, or were watching at some point, that were women. Would I get more women if I had a low taper fade? Question mark. There's 148 people in here right now, so there has to be like 20. There's like 20 women according to my calculations. How to start learning about fashion design? Read books. Why are we on this? I don't know, I'm just curious. All right, cool. Thanks for everyone voting. I appreciate everybody that voted. Shout out you if you voted. If you didn't vote, I hate you. It's fine. Whatever. No big deal. That's pretty interesting. Shout out everyone that voted. Oh. All right, fellas. It's getting that time today. Incel poll. Off-topic question, but what's your recommendation for dandruff, itchy scalp, or someone not using shampoo? Use Nizerial shampoo, Nizerial oil shampoo. I think that's what it is. I think that's great. If I shrunk to 5'6", what's my next move? Probably trying to figure out why I shrunk. Incel poll. Okay, well, chat and even viewers, like, I appreciate everyone that came out and like watch or even came to watch. We have 152 viewers. I'm very happy that people are coming around to listen to me me yap and talk about stuff. The 152 of you guys, I do appreciate it. And 140, I mean, we're averaging like 140, 152. That's super awesome. And if anyone's new in here, like if you're in here often, like I will recognize names. I know Boss and Ulysses and Ken's in here quite often. Supreme Dog Bowl also. At some point I will be doing more interesting things with stream. I think could be fun, where it's hard though, because like in my Discord, like my mods will hop into chat, and also I don't know, it'd be an interesting thing, but it's nice seeing that there's more people being able to participate or even meander around and listen to me talking, I guess. I hope at some point like it gets bigger. I mean, I can only assume that it will over time. But do I ever want to try Twitch streaming? Probably not. Probably wouldn't want to Twitch stream. It would segregate a lot of the audience that I'm building here, and I think YouTube's cool. I know I could make money from Twitch though, like that's probably why it'd be more lucrative, but if I could dual stream, I probably could do that. Might be awesome, but I have to figure that out with my programming and stuff. But yeah, I do agree. Twitch is dead, I think. For just started out, over 100 viewers is pretty good. I didn't just start. I've been streaming for quite a moment. Is Moss stream VOD on YouTube? Back when I used to be in Discord, I remember him being funny. Moss was here actually. Funny enough, he came and visited. I will not do an IRL stream. I've thought about it. It could be fun. I just don't know how that would even go about all that. That'd be insane. Watch all your vids. This is my first time on live. I'm glad that you watched the videos and you're here now with me living. It's kind of fun. I think it's hard for people to come across your stream on YouTube. It's hard for people to come across your stream on YouTube, is it? I mean, if anyone joins, like, I usually explain, like, oh, man. You strap the camera on your chest and parkour on stream. Dude, streamers that, like, do any of that parkour stuff just look annoying. Dude, my hair's oily as hell. What the hell? Maybe in the sense that YouTube doesn't push your streams from creators you aren't sub to. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I like. Ugh. The thing is, like, if I would do like Twitch streaming, I would have to like notify everyone that I'm just doing Twitch streaming. You know, it's like a whole different platform. It's like kind of rough. Oh, it's mostly just your subscribers who see you streaming. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't mind just my subscribers watching me stream. I don't really care too much. Setbird event was pretty cool. Got free drinks. You know, it was pretty awesome. You sometimes get more people in when you shout out on your socials that you're live streaming. No, I know I do. But you know, I don't know, it just depends, bro. Oh man. I think one a month is a lot. Maybe shirt, underwear, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe I don't know. I could Twitch stream, but like I don't. Again, like people are like, why are you twitching? Why are you streaming on Twitch? I mean, I guess I could stream like on Wednesday's stream on YouTube, Thursday's stream on Twitch, but I know Twitch will be a lot less people in it just because everyone's on YouTube. So, and not everyone follows me on Instagram to find out if I'm streaming or not, because I usually post about it. Twitch streamers might be a level up. I mean, I don't know. Like, I do just, like, I guess just chatting. I don't know. I guess so. I mean, would people be willing to move over to Twitch and just watch me there rather than be on here? I know chat's more interesting to look at rather than YouTube, but everything else is, like, more suited for Twitch. YouTube. See, this is what I mean. Y'all wouldn't watch me on Twitch. Y'all wouldn't support your local fashion YouTuber. Wow. Twitch kind of sucks, bro. Dude, YouTube streaming kind of sucks. I don't know, man. Oh, I guess so, yeah, audience would be different. I'd be kind of, I don't know. Maybe I should try and focus doing Twitch. Oh, man. That could definitely be a vibe. I mean, I could try doing Twitch for a month, see, like, where I'm at with it, and then just move on forward with life while I'm doing Twitch. I doubt Twitch gets more installs. There's no way. Can't lie, I wouldn't. I don't know what my fave flower is. I don't know. Lilies, they're cool. You can just make a 30-second vid invitation on YouTube for people to come watch the stream. Video invitation. How do you even do that on YouTube? What? I've never known this process. Alright guys, well, this is where I end stream. I appreciate everyone for joining. I will be considering some things about streaming. What's the point of streaming right now? I don't know. I'm just doing it because it's fun. That's why. I'm enjoying talking to people and I think it's fun to stream. That's why I'm doing it. I would like to build an audience of people that come and watch streams and stuff. Like, it'd be super sick because I love talking to people. I love talking to all of you guys, you know, like answer questions and stuff, which is kind of fun. It's not kind of fun, it's fun. And, you know, I'd like to do it more, but I mean, if considering it's like if you want to get like more people in stream, it might be better to Twitch stream. I don't know. I don't know. Twitch is also having issues with their stuff, but I don't know. I'll consult a few people and consider, but I don't know. We'll go from there. But I mean, just do a short and leave your Twitch in description. I see, I see. All right, well, I'm hopping off, guys. I appreciate everyone joining. Have a good one. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope you had a great time watching me yap. You know, just the occasional yap. Take care, everybody, and